Hi Capricorn, here is your guidance. You've got the card of patterns. So the first thing I say to you, you're starting a new pattern. It's like you're making something new. So here out comes the pattern. You're starting from afresh, you know? But what you don't want to do is bring the old patterns into the new pattern. So patterns really important around you. When I say patterns around you, what pattern's not working for you? What do you need to cut out of your life? What do you need to let go of? You know, things end, things begin. So you're in an ending and in a beginning cycle. So when we go into the new cycle, we take what works with us in there, and sometimes we let go of what doesn't work. But if you've had a heavy time, an emotional time, we carry those in, and they come in. They don't become the main players if you're making something, but there'd be a colour that comes out of a pattern. You think, oh, I really didn't want that colour in there. So it's about releasing, it's about letting go, you know. And you can go over things and over analyze and quite a few times, so you know, you can go around a little bit circles and that, but it's important to release and let go now. You're formulating a new pattern. There's a lot of blue in this card. It's about your truth. You know, it really is about your truth. And there's emotions in this card as well. So you're not really great for your emotions. You hide away from your emotions. You shy away from your emotions. You're scared sometimes of really connecting really into the depths of your emotions and feelings. But it's time to go, actually. Now it's time to sort of like step in. I'm not saying all of you, but there is a sense of sort of like loneliness or feeling alone or wanting more, maybe in personal relationships or friendships. And it's time for you to formulate that new pattern. There's more love out there, there's more abundance out there, there's more joy, there's more happiness out there. So, you know, this is those of you Capricorns that are in a change in time, a shedding time. You're formulating a new pattern, and it's down to you now. You're making it, you're building it, you're formulating it, and how do you want this next bit to be? You know, I would say add more joy in, more love in, and more about you communicating. It's really important as you go forward into this next phase, is to really about your expressions, your words, communicating your truth, you know, not from a practical sense, but from like an emotional sense as well, you know. I feel also I get the number 2 in my head for you Capricorn. It's about partnerships, about choices, it's about opportunities coming your way, maybe connected to other people. Maybe you're going to sort of like, some of you go into business with other people, or maybe there's other new people, new faces going to come around you. Maybe someone's going to come into your life a bit stronger. If you're single, maybe there's something to do with relationships changes. Maybe if you're in a relationship, there's changes coming up. So I feel something to do with those things, choices, options and stuff like that. But that number 2 won't come out of my head, and I can literally see it. So when you might come across and see the number 2, if you see the number 2, don't go looking for it. It means there's choices, there's options coming your way. It's a sign from the universe. So the last thing I'm going to say to you now, you are formulating your new pattern. What do you want to make?